Hi, Facebook friends and family. So I am here with Anna. She is another Olympus Pools victim. Anna, when did you sign a contract with Olympus Pools?
We signed up with them September 24th, 2020.
2020. Okay, so another September 2020, still not done. We actually started in the front of their house because I just wanted to show you guys that there's neighbors down here. There's one right across from her that they have a pool being done. Do you know when they started theirs?
They just started last month.
Last month?
Yeah.
But we can see that they have their tiling and out and their pipes and their wood. That's Tropical Escapes. And then over here down the road a little bit, she said that they started in March, and we can see all of their decking out in the front. Did you get any decking or anything like that yet?
No, not at all.
Okay, so they started in March. They have decking. We both started in September, and we had to go out and purchase our own decking and hire somebody to lay that. And they haven't even responded to when you would get that kind of stuff.
No, we
Okay.
haven't get a promise step yet.
Okay. So also I wanted to show out in front of her, I can't even see because the sun, so I don't know. Yes, so right here is a gigantic dirt pile. So tell us about like what's going on with your yard.
Yeah, so last month the boat has big piles of dirt on both sides. So after the rains, the dirt washed to our neighbors from pay yards. So they came to our home to complain it. So we have to clean up so since then we have to clean up every time rains.
Every time it
Every
rains.
time, yeah. And especially last week was the storm, and it was quite a bit and heavy rains. So the water went to both sides. You see the pathway is not smooth.
Right.
So the water went through both sides, and then my neighbor went to me again because they afraid the water's been stay there for a while. That could damage your foundation. Which I feel bad about that. So I called Olympic several times, but of course I didn't get any response for that yet.
And when was the last time that you called Olympus compared to the last time that you've actually gotten a response from them?
Actually, I just called today, and the first I called them, that was in late on April. That was after they finished the coping for us.
Okay.
And I was asking them when can you guys come out to do the plumbing steps. So I was told they will send technician here and to take picture and then make schedule. What let me know. And today I call them today, over 100 days today. I still get same answer. They said they will check with project manager and they will let me know. And I just got last week that we had a new project manager. This is our sixth project
manager. So over 100 days of no communication. Besides, they would pass it along to their project manager. But they've had over 6 project managers. And mind you, they have been telling customers that there is a supply shortage, and it's all still because of COVID. However, we see supplies right there in this person's yard, and we see supplies down there in that person's yard. They have 2 different pool companies building pools there, and they're not having problems with supply. So, what stage are you on?
Well, we are looking for the plumbing, the material delivered and installed.
Okay, so they still need plumbing to be delivered and installed, and then what would come after that? Because you've got gunite, tile, and coping.
Yes.
Yes, but no plumbing.
No plumbing. No plumbing, no electric, no footer, no deck, no pool equipment. Not at all.
Not at all. Yep. We're pretty much at the same stage, except for we got plumbing, but only because we hired our own plumbers, not because of Olympus. Okay. So we're gonna walk back to her pool now and see what we've got going on back there. I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see how the side of her house between hers and her neighbor's house is quite a mess. And you can imagine with all the rains that we've had, how it floods up against her foundation. And then her neighbor is also worried about that on his foundation too, with, good cause for concern. So here we are. Wow, it will be beautiful if they could come out and finish it.
Yes. This was our dream pool. Now it become a nightmare.
Yes, that is for so many families, and I'm so sorry that you are going through this. Like we're, so many hundreds of families are going through this. So what made you go with Olympus?
Well, at the beginning, we checked with different pools, and at that time, that was back to July, June, July 2020. So they have a good review, they have a good representation, and we went to their office, and everything looked, perfect. And then we wanted for the pool for the kids. I have 3 kids, and so we, that's the reason we went to them. We hope they can build our beautiful pool, our dream pool, and we didn't know that, now it's over 300 days.
Over 300 days. And you could see how her backyard is like they just can't really even use it because of the construction. They've got bushes that are growing over, the grass has grown up, weeds, construction materials all over the place. So they can't even really get back here with a lawnmower in order to, help out their backyard so that it can be usable in some way. How old are your kids?
My older one is 13, and the younger son, he just turned 7, and my daughter, she's 5.
Okay, so her youngest child is 5, so you could see how this creates a lot of danger for young kids. Just like my kids haven't stepped out in our backyard, and since all this started, since they started construction, we have not allowed them in the backyard. Which is a huge inconvenience to not even be able to use a whole part of your home.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and they left a lot of steels and those broken pipes.
Yeah,
and the paper is like
all over. So you guys can see how her backyard is in pretty bad condition because of Olympus, and ours is too. They don't come back and clean up the mess that they've made. What's going on right here? I see that you've got some sort of pump rigged up.
Yes. Last week it was full of water. Here the full, and this is all full, and like all my backyard's full of water. Oh, wow. And like we can't step out, and I have to took a picture. I have to open the back door and then took the picture for the backyard. So my husband had to buy a pump, and then we pump the waters out and try to avoid snakes. And we saw the snake.
You did?
Yes. And frog, very lousy at nighttime.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got those too. We've got frog friends in the backyard making lots of noise.
Yes.
At night. So yeah, I could see how the water was, coming up to your porch area, wasn't it?
Yeah, It was all the way to the fork over there. It's all the dirt.
Wow.
And look at the small tree.
Yeah, now you've got a small tree growing in your backyard. So yeah, this is what a lot of families are going through, what Anna is going through with her family, and like lots of families during COVID and during quarantine. Even after that, we decided, we're going to gift our family this amazing pool, and so many dreams are being crushed. And is there anything else that you want to tell, to communicate to Olympus, communicate to all the viewers out there?
Yes, I want to that Olympus to hear all of us and be honest and get the job done. And I paid $55,100 to. My whole project cost is $75,500. So this is I pay a lot. So what I get is coping. So it's way beyond to be done, to be finished.
Right.
And
And how far paid up are you on your contract?
the next payment will be after they finish the decking.
Okay.
But as you can see, we don't have anything here.
Right.
Not
I see
plumbing
that.
material, not equipment, not deck,
Right.
anything.
So lots of people waiting on decking, lots of people waiting on equipment. We would have been in the same position, which they told us it was materials, but we were able to go to a place to get our own decking that we paid for ourselves, which when people do that, what we're doing is actually paying for the job twice. So we kind of just pulled the trigger because we wanted to see movement, but that had nothing to do with Olympus. And some people are still waiting on Olympus to provide those stages since that was already paid for instead of paying for it themselves. And then what's happening is we're communicating these things to Olympus. However, they're not responding at all. Or they give us some sort of indirect answer to our very explicit questions and brush us off onto somebody else that also has zero information. So that's one of the things that we're frustrated. We're quite upset about that is happening to not only Anna, but myself and many other Olympus customers out there. And it looks like, oh no, that's the trash. I thought something was being delivered across the street.
So.
I was going to run over there and interview those pool people. Is there anything else that you want to say just about this whole experience?
Let's say if there is a negative 5 star, I will rate negative 5 star.
Negative 5 stars.
Yes, for Olympics. The communication is so bad, and like I have to make, let's say from beginning to now, at least I have to make 100 calls already to them. But what I get is always someone will call you back as
Right.
soon as possible, or they will switch my phone to voicemail directly. So which is like make me so angry.
Right.
And so frustrated, you know.
To have
like,
to talk to a machine.
Yes, and you just imagine in the morning, beautiful morning, and you call them. So what you have is angry because they don't answer.
Right.
And they just ignore you. And you know, I paid huge money to them to build a pool, and I feel like this is not way I supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
And I'm just I feel like I'm ignored. I'm abandoned.
Right.
So
it's been over 100 days since they have stepped foot on Anna's property. If you are an Olympus victim and you are also over 100 days or any frustrations, please drop them below. Let us know. We'll be in contact with you. We're just trying to make sure all voices are heard. And I just wanted to say this too, that anytime that you like, comment, or share this video, it is getting in front of more faces and more ears. So please, if you are comfortable, like, share, and comment. Also, it will be extremely helpful to submit reviews on Google. So a couple a week. You can also get your friends and family to do the same. They just need to say that they're a friend of a customer or a family member of a customer. So if you're willing to do that, please do that as soon as possible. And each week, just drop a review or two. That would be especially helpful to us. Please mention James Stanton's name, James, Staten, James Stanton, because what could happen is if they decide to close Olympus's doors, he could open up another company. But as long as his names are associated with these bad reviews, he has to open up the company in his name. You know, his name will still be associated with bad reviews no matter where he opens his company at. So those things would be very helpful and would mean a lot to us. If you want to call and you know, give them a nice little earful too, hey, we'll take anything that you guys are willing to do. And I'm really sorry that we're meeting on these circumstances, but we if you're like me, we wake up with hope every morning that our pool will be finished, that we will have some sort of positive for that day. And I know that we're going to have to remain that way because they've got our money.
Yeah.
So I hope and pray that we will eventually get our pools done and all of this will be behind us. So thank you for meeting with me today.
Well, thank you for coming on everything. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything.
And telling your story. I know that it's hard. And thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, reviewing. All those things are super helpful. And we will see you next time. Bye.